All right, here at No Reserve, we have our 1997 Ford F-250. It's a XLT package. It's a F-250 HD, so it's a heavy duty. It's hard to find extended cab short bed with a 6.5 foot bed. It's a 4x4 with the Power Stroke, 7.3 liter turbo diesel backed by the 5-speed manual transmission. It's all original paint and body. It's got a little over 219,000 original miles on it. Runs and drives really good. It's a really nice tight truck. It's just a clean old Ford, you know, but it does have your nearly 21 years of age, and it's seen, over 200,000 worth of miles. So you do get, this is kind of the stuff you get with original paint. I love original paint, but you do get some of the aging. But it's nice to see there's no painted parts and there's nothing hiding under anywhere. It's got all original pinstripings, which is always a do tell if it's been repainted or not. But I'll go ahead and take it around. It's a good looking truck. It's got bushwhacker style fender flares on it. It's got some 16x8 ultra wheels. The Falcon tires have almost new tread, and they're proper load rating and everything. But we'll go back to the wear and tear on this. You got some chips on the front of the hood and everything. You got good clarity on the lights. All the turn signals have good color. There's a little bit of condensation in the corners, but there's none in the headlights. Again, both sides, you got your little stone chipping along here, along the lower valance. Some of the bezels, front bezels, does have some aging in the chrome of the grille. The black slots are a little faded to a gray. There's some marks in the chrome there. But the thing I love about these trucks is you can get these, brand new aftermarket ones that look really good, and they're really cheap. So if you're looking for perfection, but there's some marks in the black moldings of the bumper, but the bumper's nice and straight. It's got a little mark there. It's got good chrome. It looks like maybe this is kind of a common area if someone's trying to wash it. They put their knee up here. It's only got a few screws, about 5 Phillips screws along the top, and then about another 5 along the inside, and you could just pop this out and straighten out if you want to. The front glass has been replaced, and it looks like they didn't get the center trim right up there. If you look at the pictures, not quite perfect, but it's not flapping or loose or anything. There's a couple areas where the paint's been touched up on the center of the roof, and then right here it's been touched up, and then you'll see some chips and stuff that have been touched up right in this area. See if I can get the, but it's at the lower dark metallic green. It's got the got a little bit of wear here, and you're gonna have these stone chips, a little chip and kind of some air underneath the clear coat, so it'll probably eventually peel in this little area like it did here. And the passenger door has the same area. The door's shut nice. There's no door hinge issues. Real minimal wear on the door there. Couple little chips here, and again, you're gonna get these kind of stone chips, these tiny little guys on the bottom. You're gonna get them here too. Take you behind it. You see it. We got some underside photos too. It's just nice and clean and solid. You got some chips here again, same kind of stuff. There's a kind of little pock marks in the paint. So I don't know if this truck has had some touch-up work done or not. It doesn't appear so, ever have any paint work. I mean, it's equal wear all the way around. It had a canopy on it most of its life, which is probably why the bedside, both bedsides are really nice, but you can see from the rear tailgate, you do have a little bit of rubbing and stuff. A little mark on the side there. Got some wear down here in the lower green. It's a dark green, so it's gonna show scratches, imperfections from the last 20 years. Paint chipped here, but it's just surface rust, nice and solid. There's a chip with a ding right there. Some chipping in the back silver. A couple dings right there. Looks like there's a little ding there, and it kind of put a slight little half moon crease. And then there's a little ding right here that did a little crack in the paint. Little scratch. But again, the bedsides don't have any side loading scratches or big marks. Thankfully for that canopy. The tailgate opens nice and smooth. It's not all bowed out, it's nice and straight. You have just kind of your standard plastic drop-in bed liner. Shuts nice, it's not a struggle. The front of the bulkhead is nice and straight. You know, you got some holes here from when you probably bolted down the canopy. Got a scratch on there. Again, a little chip in the clear coat. Kind of your lower end usual wear stuff. Little chip there. But a little chip here with a little bit of surface rust. Take out some chips on the edge of the hood line. There's also a chip there. There's also this, you know, where some paint touch-ups been done here and on the roof shots. The top of the roof shows more wear than the rest of the truck. I mean, the rest of the truck doesn't show a whole lot of wear. It looks really great, but the roof, which you can't see because it's between the gutter lines, but there is photos. I think he might have had a canopy and had a rack on top of the canopy, and maybe had some, you know, long 2x4s sometimes rattle around up there, scratch the roof a little bit, and he touched it up. But if you go around this truck, there's no tape lines anywhere showing evidence of repaint. But I think this lower pinstripe has been replaced. I'm not too sure, but there's no evidence of any paint work around this whole thing. You can open up the tailgate. There's no tape line. There's no overspray. This is always a do-tell spot. If it's been painted, you'll get just overspray all over on the cap. You'll see tape lines here, and again, this truck doesn't have any of that. So it's really nice, clean condition. You know, it's not perfect. Inside, you got some wear. All the power windows, power door locks work. You got your door sweeps out here are in good condition. Your rubbers here. I love the small sport mirrors because they never do any body damage and they fold all the way in. And it's the only way to get power mirrors on these, so I'm a big fan of those. But inside, you know, it's been used, it's been driven. It doesn't smell like a smoker. I don't know if they used the lighter at one point, and since there's a little mark there. You know, it has had a couple owners, so maybe that was from its early life or something, but it doesn't have any pet smells or smokes. Just, there's a little mark here on the vinyl, a hairline crack that comes up here, and then it just goes right there. With the carpets, here in the back of the seat, there's some marks. You know what it looks like, maybe this, because the seat folds up, maybe it got folded up on something sharp on there. But the carpets from where your feet go in this area on the entry side, you know, it's light gray factory carpets. So they are gonna kind of take a hit quicker. Let's see here, get this. But there's some marks in the carpet here, you know, some spill marks in the, take the mat out so you can see, you know, some entry darkening areas. The cool thing is you can get brand new carpet kit from these things. That's really not too bad. You just got to cut out with a shifter and trim the sides. You know, if you take your time, you know, you'll spend about $300 to $220 depending on who you purchase it through. But you know, if you take like a Saturday and take your time, it won't take you very long, and you can go through and clear the floorboards out, vacuum them out, and give you opportunity to do that. There's a little crack here, and you can just replace this piece. You can find them on eBay. But you know, on both pole handles on both sides, there's a little bit of darkening on the pole, but both door panels are nice and still attached to the door. They're not hanging out. You're naturally gonna get a little more wear on the driver's side. So there's a little slit here. You know, you could sew it up like that, and it wouldn't look too bad at all. Little mark. Again, the carpets are the same way. You know, your driver's side, you're gonna get more wear on the carpets, especially pull the mat up underneath the clutch pedal, you know, or if his foot's been sitting here, kind of that's where he rests his foot. But you know, if it was like the darker gray carpet, you really wouldn't see any of this stuff. Also the vinyl on the back needs to be retucked back in here. But other than that, you know, you get a little wear here, and you have obviously wear on the actual steering wheel itself. The outer side, but there's a nice cover on it that matches with some nice white stitching. Steering column's nice and tight. Tilt works nice and smooth. So it's nice and warmed up now. I'll go ahead and get this baby fired up so you can hear how it runs warm. And we'll get the hood popped. And again, this truck's going to no reserve. Last year made, so it's an HD. So it's got the heavy duty brakes, the cooling. You can see this here, it's got the nice power stroke, smooth idle, not smoking. You know, it is warm. You know, we did a cold start video for it, do a driving video and stuff. Well, it's just got a nice smooth idle. You know, no cackling, motor's not shaking. But it's nice and clean. You know, it's had batteries not too long ago. We did an alternator, oil change, fuel filter, glow plug relay, the valve cover gaskets underneath were done not too long ago. So this is going at no reserve. It's a hard to find extended cab shorty 4x4 F250 HD with the power stroke and 5-speed, and you can see someone's put some xenon lights in it. They got really nice clarity. So all right, this has been a 7-day auction.